Yielding time, and I thank my colleagues, former colleagues on the Rules Committee for bringing to the floor the second open rule of the year. I think that it yields better policy when all of us work together and hash things out on the floor and can move forward with something that's productive for the entire nation. The virtues of this legislation are well known to members on both sides of the aisle. The bill brings much needed clarity and oversight to the insourcing process. More importantly, it applies a post-9/11 mindset to a pre-9/11 infrastructure. It was about a year ago at this time that Dubai Port World's acquisition of a stake in our ports became a very hot topic around America. When we discovered the DP World transaction, we reacted as strongly as we did, not only because of the potential imminent threat being posed to our security, but because the deal was so far along in the process before it came to light. So we acted in the last Congress to pass a substantially similar bill to what we're considering today, giving CFIUS the authority necessary to review legitimate foreign transactions. The Republican bill considered last year passed the House unanimously. Again, a bipartisan product on an issue important both to national security and the national economy. Here we are a year later with the benefit of hindsight, but our charge remains the same: to establish that balance between the momentum of the global market and the needs of our national and homeland security. Our ports remain an important example of why this legislation, which involves all foreign transactions, is so critical. The worldwide shipping industry sends to our shores over 9 million shipping containers each year. These containers are transported on mega ships that can deliver 3,000 containers at a time. And at the same time, our ports are critical to keeping our economy competitive in a global marketplace. These 9 million containers account for a whopping 95% of our imports by weight and 75% by value. Keeping foreign transactions secure is our first priority, and this legislation is a very important start, because we must put in place an interagency review process that is comprehensive without being counterproductive. This bill should not be the launching point for legislative micromanagement of foreign transactions. Unnecessary bureaucracy will certainly deter foreign companies from investing their resources here, which is precisely what we want to be, a magnet for investment from around the world. And there's a danger of politicizing the foreign investment process. There's clearly a difference between a transaction that runs contrary to an individual's parochial priorities as opposed to one that conflicts with this body's national priorities. And we must, again, be careful not to send the wrong message to the world's investors that America is closed for business. Our citizens also should be aware that our national security is not for sale. This bill should become law without delay. It strengthens our national security while recognizing our role, America's role, in a global market. If we're diligent in seeing these reforms through, we can have both safer transactions and a stronger economy. I thank all of the authors and the sponsors of the bill and the work that has gone into this, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back his time. Gentleman from New York.